I start the video, there's a sound. It's crazy. Peace to Universal Family. It's me, Clockson. Today's video is about getting down to business. I just realized today marks the 3-year mark of my video I did called How to Start a Business at 20 years old. And I saw it on my memories in my phone. And I was like, you know what? Damn, time really has passed. It's been 3 years since I made that video. My life is completely different. I'm in a lot of different new areas in my life now. You know, I said I got locks now. If y'all look back at that video, this one right here, I didn't have locks. My life was completely different. I just kind of want to reflect on that moment. And today is the exact day when I made it. It was November 29th. So I kind of want to refresh the mindset that I had that day and that time, and kind of also, give y'all some information on starting up your own business, because I've been on this journey for a minute now, and there's definitely ups and downs. You know, I made it sound so easy. So start your business and you're good to go. Like, it's much more than that, you know. A lot of trials and tribulations. You giving up on yourself, you having to pick yourself back up when no one else is going to pick you up. You having to kind of block out a lot of things when people tell you should be doing this, but you know where you should be going, so you kind of got to block those things out. Otherwise, you get, I like to say, polluted with those thoughts. And then when you're polluted, there's only so much you can do, because, you know, you got all this dirt on you, you know. You gotta kind of shake it off and wash it off. And some of the best ways to wash it off is to really just isolate yourself and not allow external thoughts to enter into your cipher. Especially when you're still manifesting things, especially when you're still building. It's not really wise to put too many foreign, like, you know, the term, you know, putting brick by brick to build a wall. It's not really smart to have other people's bricks on the foundation, because you never know, you know, the intention behind it, you know. And this might sound real vague. What I'm saying is, just be careful when you're spreading your ideas, and when it comes to the foundation of things, you know. You can tell people after it's already built. And I had to learn it the hard way. I'm still learning it. You're trying to build something, and you're telling everybody, not everybody is on your top of time. So they're going to tell you, yeah, that's cool, but, you know, sometimes your destiny is to just go full throttle on that idea. That's what you should be doing. But since you let other people in, they will give their advice on that, but because it didn't work for them, or because they can't necessarily see the same vision you have, it will give you a different alternative perspective, and then that might influence you to go a completely different path, you know? So sometimes you guys have to have the courage to just do your thing. No matter how crazy it sounds, just do it, y'all. And I'm a perfect example of the risk taker, because I take risks all the time, y'all. Y'all know, if y'all know me, I'm like the ultimate risk taker, you know? And I haven't been taking risks as of lately, because, you know, I'm trying to balance it out, you know, because if you take too many risks, that's also a negative. So it's always a balance to everything, you know. It's a positive and negative, you know. Clocks in, yin and yang. So when you take too many risks, you don't have a foundation to stand on, because you're taking risk after risk after risk, and there's no reward, because you're not holding on to anything. You know, you're not stabilizing anything. You're not building. You're just jumping from one thing to the next, hoping something will work. Versus when you stay put, you can build, but at the same time, it's not much new information you're getting. It's not much the challenge. You know, you need that challenge to be able to grow. When you don't take risks, you're not growing. You know, you're just keeping what you already have. And if you don't have much, then you need to take risks. When you have a lot, that's when you don't take as many risks, because you have it all. So your goal is to maintain what you have. But when you don't have a lot, you need to take risks to be able to grow. You know, you have to take that risk of falling back to be able to grow, because if you don't take no risk, then you're not gonna go anywhere, you know. And I feel like that's the worst option. I'd rather go backwards than stay put, if that makes any sense to y'all, because going backwards will teach me a lesson. It's not really going backwards, it's a minor setback that will give me the information to push forward further than I was originally, you know. So back to the topic, how to start a business. This video is not going to be about exactly how to start a business. This video is going to be about the hurdles of a business and having it and starting it, and all the things you have to consider when you start your own business, you know. First things first, you have to have a proper environment to facilitate that idea. If you don't have nobody around you that's doing business, it's gonna be 10 times harder to facilitate that business, because it's really just gonna be you. So what you got to do is, I'm taking this advice live as we speak because I'm building my business out, and it's definitely been harder because of my environment, So, what you got to do is you got to inch by inch, little by little, put little things into the physical universe that constantly remind you that you're on your path. Because what I've learned is I've done a lot of things in the past 3 years. Since that video, I've done so many things to build multiple businesses, in fact, right? I've done so many things that I put into the universe to build businesses, and not all of them to really flourish. It's because they weren't consistent. So it's not that I didn't do them, it's not that I didn't start them, it's just the consistency wasn't there, right? And that's like the main thing everybody talks about when it comes to business, consistency. Just like you work your 9-to-5 job day in, day out, and then you get paid for that because of the consistency. It's the same thing for a business. You can't just put the initial in and then stop doing it and expect it to, why did my business blow up? Well, you didn't put the time in. You didn't put the effort, the work, the consistency, right? So for me, I started a countless business, clothing business, product-based businesses, drop shipping business, Redbubble accounts, all kind of stuff, y'all. Y'all don't even know. Like all kind of stuff. My book, like all kind of businesses that I've started over the past 3 years, but they weren't flourishing, and some of them still aren't flourishing because I didn't remind myself of what I was trying to do, Life and other people got into my mind to be like, you know what? Maybe I'm not doing it in the proper order. Maybe I need to just keep this 9-to-5 job here until I build up enough money and then start my business, Maybe I need to not invest so much time into that and invest into this, So I kind of got sidetracked into forgetting damn near. That sounds crazy. Forgetting you have a business, it sounds crazy, but that can happen, You do so many things and you don't have reminders of what path you're on and what you're really trying to do and the wide scope of things. Over time, you can forget who you are and what you're doing, So, one of the main things I want to say for this video is when you start the business, you need constant reminders. That's why people say write things down and put them on billboards. I never understood that for a long time. Like, man, I don't know how to do that. I can just remember. I'm not going to forget that. I don't need to write this down. I can just remember. I don't need to put things on the calendar. I can just remember tomorrow I got to do this. That's simple. But clearly, there are the reasons that they say that. It's always, life is going to be life, Sometimes you're going to be down. Sometimes you're going to be up. Sometimes you're going to forget. Sometimes you're going to remember. So life is like a fluctuation. Life is like water, y'all. It's waves. It's not going to always be the same. Tomorrow, something crazy could happen, y'all. Something great can happen tomorrow. Something terrible can happen tomorrow. Nobody knows, So in order to keep that reminder, putting it somewhere externally, outside of yourself, outside of your mind, which is always flowing and changing, is going to solidify that thought. So whenever you see it again, which is another thing we got to do, y'all. When we make manifestations, we need them to be visible to us. We need to visually see them. Or both. We need to be able to see them and hear them, which is why I make a lot of these YouTube videos, because y'all don't even know. I be watching my old YouTube videos to reflect. Like I'm saying right now, this video is only here because I realized I made a video 3 years ago at this exact day about how to start a business. So I was doing what I'm teaching y'all right now, documenting my process. So for the past 3 years, I've been documenting my journey. It hasn't been as consistent as I would like it to be, but it has been at least enough for me to reflect back on, okay, wow, here's where I am now 3 years later. And I can kind of calculate, okay, where's my business at? What have I not been doing? What should I be doing? So documentation is really important. That's like the main thing I want to drive home here, y'all. Like, document everything. Write it down, put it on the wall. Like, I'm changing my whole paradigm next year, y'all. I'm doing it now, but for 2024, I'm going to have everything on the walls. I'm going to be making videos, maybe 2-3 videos a day, y'all. Like, y'all don't even know. I'm about to really document this process, because that's the secret. That's the secret sauce that everybody doesn't really get. And they're like, wow, why isn't this working? It's the documentation, y'all. You gotta put it down into the universe. Write it down, create it, do something to get it out of your head, So, yeah, y'all. That's the secret, y'all. And that's pretty much it. I don't got too much else to say, y'all. I just want to reaffirm to myself that I'm on the path and do this consistently. My main thing right now that I'm focusing on, I want y'all to also focus on, is consistency, y'all. Whatever you're doing, whatever goal you're trying to do, be consistent. Because on those down days, on those down days when you're not really feeling like doing it, the consistency that you did prior will motivate you to keep going. You know, you're not gonna always have that magical spark out of nowhere, like, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna get back on the trail. But the consistency of you doing it anyway, even when you're not feeling like that, will pay off later on. You know, so just do something as simple as one thing a day. One thing a day. It might seem so small, but trust me, it's big. Because if you think about all the other things you do every day, those things eventually become subconscious, right? You brush your teeth every day. That's just whatever. You go to work every day. That's just whatever, you know? You know what I'm saying? You eat every day. That's just whatever. But to you, it's whatever. But to the universe, that's a consistent thing you're always doing. So it ends up being programmed into your subconscious mind to where you're doing it casually. Every single day you're brushing your teeth. It's a casual thing. You're not even thinking about it. So imagine if you could take that same element and put it into your business. You're constantly investing into your business without even thinking about it. You're constantly working out without even thinking about it. You're constantly practicing meditation and doing this without even thinking about it. Just like those casual things improve, like you're always eating, so I mean you're always gonna have fuel in your body. That's regular. That means all the other things gonna also have a consistent effect in your life. You know. So it's real simple. We just complicate things. I was talking to my friend not too long ago. He was saying, I was telling him like, man, a lot of the decisions I'm making are complicated, and he was telling me, nah, it's actually very simple. You know, I just be mentally putting the complicated label on it, but it's really not complicated. You know, we can make things simple if we really think about it. If we break things down to their most core principles, everything in life is actually very simple. Very simple, y'all. We just have to look at it from a simple perspective instead of putting all these other things on it, labels, and it's because of this. It's really not because of that, you know. We just don't want to think too deep into it. But life is actually very simple. Humans, we're the ones that try to make things complicated. But life itself is very simple, you know. But yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say when it comes to that, y'all. Just focus on your focus. That's the term I got from Hellraiser. Focus on your focus. And yeah, y'all, focus on your focus. Stay on it. Consistency. Now, I want to represent that. I don't want to just teach y'all and tell y'all to do it, and I'm not representing it. So, if y'all see that I'm not posting constantly, hold me accountable, y'all. Like, comment in my videos, like, yo, Clarkson, what you doing? You say you're going to be uploading, what you doing? You know, keep me on my toes to make sure I stay here and be the example for y'all. That's really what I want to do. I want to be the example of what I want to teach. I don't want to just say, and talk. It's too many people talking. So live out the example for a consistent amount of time if you want the trust of the people. Don't just say, oh, I'm the leader of this, I'm the leader of that, and you're not showing it. You know, your life does not reflect your teachings. I don't want that, you know? That's trash. So as I talk, I'm also going to follow up with me being the example, all right? And I want y'all to hold me accountable for that. So that's it, y'all. That's all. Today's a marker for 3 years later. I'm proud of a lot of my mental progress, but I'm not proud of where I am business-wise. I know I could be way better, so that's something that we're going to definitely improve going forward. But yeah, y'all, thank y'all for watching. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram, YouTube, and that's pretty much it. It's about my platforms. Oh, Spotify. Make sure you follow my Clarkson podcast, Spotify. My Clarkson podcast on Spotify. And definitely new things coming. I know I said that every single video, but we definitely got some new stuff coming this time. Next week, y'all have a pretty big announcement. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, catch y'all later. Peace.